Hello, can everyone hear me? We are now live. We are currently getting everyone in here. We should have 14 racers. The lobby will be 15, including me. Welcome to SLR. This is our Touring Car Championship, or series, that is run by Davey. We will be doing 4 different races. Here, let me pull up the schedule real quick. Oh, I really need to kind of link some things. We'll go over the standings here in a moment, but today we will be doing wrong series. We will be racing at if we can get this right. Racing at Dubai Club, Wildcrest, Ruapuna Park Club, and Hockenheimring National. Those are the 4 races for today. Welcome if you're watching. We really want to highlight our drivers. I mean, we have some amazing racers in SLR. We got 3 different series going on. I am stepping back from racing to actually do some of this commentating. I'm finding I'm really enjoying the watching of it as much as actually participating. Let me know if I need to turn up the game volume. I've got it. Don't want it too loud, but everyone likes to hear the racing itself. SLR, if you don't know, we do run series. We have a kind of a manufacturer multi-car series on Tuesdays. We have this series, the touring car, on Wednesdays, and we do our GT3 Constructors Cup on Sundays. And also new, starting in February, will be a Project Cars 2 endurance series, doing 90-minute races on Thursdays. So there's plenty going on, plenty of racers, pretty high level racing. I hope to really showcase that today. If you recognize any of these names, many of them are on the Rivals leaderboards, page 1, quite often. A couple guys changed their names here recently, so you'll notice SLR Nathan is actually used to be Caradel McCain. And let me scroll down through here. And I believe Starkey changed his name to SLR Starkey. So I will try to keep the names straight. We do have, if you look at the liveries of the cars, if they have the same livery, they're on the same team. Here, let me go ahead and pull up the standings. All right, if you can still hear me here. Here's the current standings after week 1. So in first from Team Advanced Clutch, you have NXS Toby with 80 points, followed by Maddie with 75 points, and Andy's in third with 71. You see the points are pretty close near the top. You've got Davey and Cartman. Nathan MK is now SLR Nathan. 5, DBR Hardcore, EMW Starkey is SLR Starkey now. Zodiaz, SLRJ, Lanky, FPR Dragonlord, and Dan O'Neill. You can see the team standings. I tried to put my face here a little bit out of the way. So you got Advanced Clutch in first with Toby and Davey. Renault Sport with Maddie and Cartman. McGann Racing with Andy and Zodiaz. Sebelt Racing World with Hardcore and Nathan. K&N Engineering with Vibe and Dan O'Neill. And AEM Performance with Starkey and Dragonlord, and Recaro Group with Jay and Lanky. So it looks like, go back here, where it looks like we're only missing 1 racer. I believe we can figure out who it is. We've got 14 in lobby, we should have 15 including me. That's the standings as they stand currently. I haven't figured out how to update them on the fly, so I won't be able to give you an update after every race. But it kind of is what it is right now. I'm working this out. I'm getting better at it. I've actually, instead of using software for this green screen background, I've actually got an actual green screen. So I shouldn't look so hazy and, what is it? Blurry at the edges anymore. Still working on the lighting. Lighting's not quite there. Let's see who we're missing here. Who am I not seeing in this list? Got Starkey, Andy, Cartman, Maddie, Zodi, Lanky, Toby, Hardcore, Nathan, Vibe, Jay, Dan O'Neill. For who we're missing? Back to that list real quick. Like we might be missing Dragon Lord. It looks like we're waiting on Dragon Lord. Up. Oh. Let's see. Hopefully get him in here. So we're going to start with Dubai. It's going to be 18 laps, as you can see. Summer with clear to fog, ending the race in fog. And hopefully we can get started here soon. So, no, Nitro's not in the, he's not, in this series, it looks like. So I'll try to keep an eye on chat. I can get kind of sidetracked and miss things out. So I'm working on this. I'm trying to get better at it. I felt really bad. I did a test run on my personal YouTube Sunday, and I raced 2 races, but the first race I commentated on Indy, I didn't have the mic close enough, and no one could hear me, and I totally missed chat telling me, hey, we can't hear you, until after the race, and then I went back and looked at the replay of the live stream, and wow, that was bad. So that's why I did these test runs. I'm gonna get a make sure we actually have things working properly. Now we're on SLR's official YouTube. That's where I plan to do I'll still do on my personal YouTube, Jonathan Burnham. I will still do like some sim racing stuff, but for our official SLR, our videos and commentating, I really stick it here on YouTube. So feel free to coffee. Feel free to subscribe. Also feel free to join our little Discord. I'll after this series, I'll actually I'll post a link to the Discord in the channel. Oh, it looks like we're getting started here, and it looks like we're going to be rolling without Dragon Lord for now. I believe Dragon Lord was Lanky's teammate. No, Starkey's teammate. Poor Starkey. Oh, it happens. Here we go. We're off to the races. I'm gonna try and it seemed to work Sunday, where I hide the UI. It's a bit tough with the massive standings in the way. I haven't figured out a way to maybe double capture that and reduce the size so everyone could see that without it blocking most of the action. But it requires me to kind of memorize where people are. So here we go. Here we go. It looks like we got Starkey starting on pole, followed by Jay. Hey, Jay finally gets a good starting position. Hardcore in 3rd, Maddie in 4th, Zodiaz in 5th, Andy in 6th, Vibe in 7th, Dano in 8th, Toby in 9th, Lanky in 11th, 10th, Nathan starting 11th, Davey in 12th, Cartman in 13th. And we'll go here to the start. Let me make just a quick adjustment. Yeah, get rid of the title to start with. Starkey and Jay are in the lead. I won't, with all the cars together, I'm not going to be able to keep everybody straight. So, do this. We'll hide the interface. You got it. Looks like Jay's got a good start, so he's going side by side with Starkey down towards the first turn. This is a big wide turn, so there's definitely the potential for 3, even 4 wide sometimes, but it looks like everyone's going to kind of keep it, not quite in a train, but definitely kind of keep it. Oh, look at that, 3 wide, back for 3rd and 5th. So you got Maddie, Hardcore, and Andy. We'll go back here, keep an eye on them. On board with Hardcore right now, following Maddie. You've got Andy following him. They're right on top of Jay and Starkey now. Looks like Hardcore's right behind Jay. Starkey's still in the lead, but Maddie's on the outside. You know, I still haven't memorized the turn numbers, so I'm going to have to definitely work on that. A lot of tracks and turns to memorize. So right now we've got Maddie in second. He's not trying to fall into the draft. That's pretty surprising. You can see Jay, Hardcore, and Andy coming right up on him. Jay's got the draft to Starkey, so you can see him pulling away from the rest going into turn one. He's hanging it around the outside. Hardcore keeps it on the inside. Oh, look at that. I believe that was Toby making the move to the inside. He's already moved his way up to fifth. That's no surprise there. Toby's quite quick. So we'll stay on board with him. Here, let's actually go to... We'll actually kind of go into our cockpit view here and follow on board with Toby for a little bit as he tracks down Andy, Hardcore, and Starkey. See a nice little train forming. Looks like Hardcore, man. Hardcore is on it. He's staying right on Starkey's tail. He ain't letting him get away. I really wish you could use the controller to move the camera around like you can in replays. That would be quite nice. We'll pull back to Maddie. A bit of a gap is developed there. You can see the relatives. So he's about half a second to 6/10 back. We'll see if they start fighting in the back. If they start fighting back there, everyone's going to kind of start losing some pace. Here we go on board with Davey. Zodiaz makes the move. Makes a nice clean pass. Cut off the exit. Got Cartman, Jay, Vibe, Lanky, Nathan, Dano's in 13th. But let's go back trackside. We'll follow the action. Look at that. Hardcore's making the move on the inside on Starkey. Yeah, can he hold it? Starkey's going to have the faster line to the outside. Probably going to catch him down the straight. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it. But he's not going to be able to make the pass by the time they get to turn one. So he's going to have to hang it around the outside. Let's see if he can do it. And oh, look at that. He's pushing the speed to the outside. Hardcore wasn't able to maintain his speed, and looks like Andy got up the inside of him. He's fighting back though. He ain't giving it up. You gotta be careful on this turn. If you run wide, it'll give you a penalty, and that'll in this league it's gonna cost you. You could go all the way to the back with even a short penalty. We got Toby. He's right on Hardcore, followed by Maddie. Zodi leads the next pack with Cartman and Jay. You know they're all hoping for them to fight up front. It gives them a chance to catch back up. Oh, looks like Cartman though, he's going to get testy. He's smart. He'll just tuck into the draft and make a move going into turn one. You can see Toby's moved up to third. We'll go back up to the lead here in a moment. But you know Cartman's got the inside. Into turn one. Will Zodi be able to hold the outside line like Starkey did? It doesn't look like it. It looks like Cartman's he's gonna get the pass. He goes a little deep in the corner, and the curb caught Zodi out. That allows Cartman to take the position. Oh, you got Jay and Davey. Davey's making the move on Jay. He's all over the curbs. It looks like that might have cost him a little bit of a slowdown. You'll get those in these games. It doesn't tell you got a penalty, but it'll slow you down if you go outside the lines. We'll head back up front. Toby, he's going for the move on Starkey, and he's made his way to the lead. Going into the final corner. Toby clears Starkey going down the straight. Will Starkey fight back into turn one? It doesn't look like Toby's going to go defensive. He's going to let Starkey take the inside line. And there we go. Oh, a little bit of contact. Hardcore comes up the inside. Oh, where'd he come from? Goes right past Toby. Jumps right into Starkey's tail. Oh, look at that. There's some. Oh, 3 wide. Quite, not quite. It's a tough spot. It's really a tough spot to go for it. Let's stay on board here with Toby. He's got we got Maddie fighting tooth and nail. That's allowing Starkey and Hardcore to get away a bit. And he's creating a bit of gap to the lead. He's jumping out to the front. Going into the final turn. It looks like they're going to follow a train. So everyone's in the draft. That's going to give Hardcore to run on Starkey going into turn 1. Oh, it doesn't look like he got it. Starkey held. Toby followed Starkey to the inside. Now he's going for the move. Hardcore gets from right behind Toby. Hardcore can't hold the pass against Starkey. That outside line left Toby pretty narrow. Luckily, that's not the long version of the track, but the long straight. He was able to just step in front and hold them off. Oh no! Somebody got a penalty. Oh, Maddie got a penalty. That's going to cost him because now he falls back from the front crew and he's going to have to fight off Zodiaz. You can see Cartman's trying to work his way back up to that lead pack. So Maddie's got Zodiaz within half a second. Jay's right behind. Oh, somebody else just got a penalty. It looks like Nathan. Daniel's worked his way up to 10th. You got Vibe. We got Davey. Oh, it looks like Vibe got the penalty. And Lanky. Let's head up to the front. Andy's created quite a gap there. He's got a 1.3 second lead. It gives him a lot of clean air to work with, so he can just attack the corner. We'll go on board with him for a moment. To follow along with Andy. See how he takes these. You get murdering the curbs. Just murdering them through that twisty section. You want to straight line it as much as possible. And you're going into the second to last corner. It's almost pretty much flat. You just got to be careful about the front wheel drive push. If it sends you wide, you'll get a penalty. Keeps it nice and tight. And down the straight. You can see in the rear view mirror though, Toby ain't too far away. It looks like he's within half a second. He gained 0.8 of a second in there. Follow along with him for a moment. You guys prefer chase cam or this cockpit view? A little easier to see, but it's a lot of fun watching the cockpit view. Toby's just a precision engineer. Let's see how he takes this. Backs out of the move. Let Starkey, if you notice the relative, we'll go back here to Starkey because now you can see they've all caught up to Andy. He didn't quite take advantage of that clean air as like he probably was hoping to. Into the final corner. And we got a bit of a train developing, so settling out a bit. Yeah, Cartman is just inside the draft, it looks like. Barely. Hardcore is still fighting for 5th. Maddie's caught back up in 6th. And there's about a second gap back here to Zodiaz. Another, it looks like a couple seconds to Jay. Let's go with follow this action for a little bit. Oh, you can see the fog setting in. I might actually have to go more chase cam than trackside if you can't see the action. That's a part of the weather, though. That's the way it goes. Yeah, Dano is right. Yeah, see, Nathan's got to be careful because if he's going for moves on Jay, that allows Dano to possibly make the move to get by him. That's always the danger of being the guy in the middle. You know, you're trying to attack the guy in front, but you got to defend from the guy behind you as well. Here we go into the final corner. Looks like they've settled out a bit. We'll head back to the front because Got Toby is right on Andy, heading towards the first corner. Oh, look at that. It's kind of cool seeing all the lights like that. Couldn't quite get there. And you got bumper to bumper, first to third. I don't know. It's hard to see. Andy's defending for his life. He ain't gonna give up first easy. A lot of laps to go still yet, though. Take a quick look at it. If I can get the right one. There we go. We're on lap 11. 11 of 18. Let's see here. We'll follow on Cartman. We can actually get a pretty good view. There we go. We'll use the roof camera. It always gives a good view. This is where I wish I could use the right stick like you can in replay. So look behind me, look ahead, look to the left, the right. But he's right behind Starkey. Starkey's behind Toby, and Andy's in the lead. Let's keep an eye on what goes. Ooh, he's thought about the dive, backed out, and then went back for it when he saw he had the space. So, heck of a move. He's got the outside heading into this corner. This corner. Yeah, I don't know the corner. I'm going to have to start counting. Hartman makes the move and makes a stick. A heck of a move. Look at that. You got top three all within a third of a second of each other. Ooh. Toby's kind of going for it. Like he had to back out to protect himself from Cartman, though. This is what I'm talking about, how great the racing is in SLR. You just got, these guys are just at it. They're going after each other. Like I said, they're all page one rivals guys. They're excellent, excellent drivers. Oh, I'm trying to figure out which one I like. Oh, Cartman makes the move on Andy and makes it stick. He's really got this track down. Andy's on the inside of Toby. Oh, he's trying to get back at Cartman. He might be careful. Is he going to allow Toby to get the exit speed on him? Oh, a little bit of... you got to hate that. I mean, that was just hard racing, and he paid a price and a penalty there. You can tell there was nothing malicious there. And there's one thing I wish they could kind of fix about the game would be that if you're not gaining time, don't give him a penalty. But he ain't out of it. He's still right there behind him, so watch for him to fight back. You know he's going to. But all that fighting has allowed not only Maddie but Zodiaz to catch up to that lead group. Dan O'Neill's worked him all the way up to 8th, followed by Nathan, and you got Vibe. Oh, it looks like Vibe, he's thinking about going for the move into turn 1. Let's stay on board with him for a moment. See how this pans out for him. He goes deep. Nathan's going for the cutback. Oh, he's got the line blocked off, though. Vibe makes the move into 9th. All back here, Davey and Lanky. Let's head back to the front, though. This is Toby. Oh, we missed it. Toby went for the move, and he looks like he's got it on Cartman, but he's got Andy and Cartman right on him. Let's head back to Starkey to get just clear view of what's happening here. Look at this. You've got 6, 7 people within a second of first place. Craziness. Look at that. 4 wide. Starkey's got the inside, followed by Cartman, Andy, and Toby, and they're trying to drag race it down the straight. Andy goes to the inside. Cartman's right on his tail. Looks like they're bump drafting each other. Oh, look at that. Look at the speed they gained from that. Toby's trying to hold the outside. Andy staying on the inside. That gives Toby the inside through the little chicane here. You got to slow down a lot. And that curb, you got to be careful of that curb. It'll really unsettle you. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh. You know, I don't even want to go trackside because of the fog. You can't even really see this action. Starkey's back up in the third. Oh, looks like Cartman might have not appreciated a little bit of contact there. Hardcore just hanging in there. He's sitting back there, just lurking. Toby's in first now. Let's see if he can pull away. That's always a danger. He's got Andy on his tail, and they've developed a gap with all the fighting going back here. So it looks like the lead's going to be between Toby and Andy for right now. He's only got 3 laps left. It's going to be hard for Cartman and Starkey to get back up there. Cartman goes for the move on the inside. Oh, looks like Toby goes way wide. Andy can't really quite take advantage of it, but that allows Cartman, Hardcore, and Starkey to kind of get back into that draft. That might give them a chance to get back up there before the end of this. Ooh, Starkey to the inside of Cartman. Oh, it's going to cost them both a ton of time through here. Look at that. Just murdering the curbs. Look at this. I'm getting into this. Look at all that fighting. Let's go back here. Oh, Maddie's going up the inside. He's caught back up. This lead group. Maddie backs out. Looks like he's going to try and angle himself for a good run down the straight. And it looks like he's got it. He's going to go right past Hardcore. And he's right next to Cartman. The only thing saving Cartman right now is he's in Starkey's draft. That's going to give him the edge down the straight. Don't count Maddie out. Let's see what Maddie does. Oh, he goes for the inside. There is definitely some contact there. That might get an incident review. We'll see. Hold it wide through the chicane. Cartman's going to be able to take that out. Toby's built his lead out. We're in the penultimate lap. He's got an 0.8 of a second lead. Andy, you can see he's pushing. Might be pushing just a little too hard because here he was staying with Toby. He's starting to lose ground now. Looks like all the action is back here, though. We've got Maddie, Starkey, Cartman, and Maddie. Now Maddie's going for the late turn. Doesn't seem like he gained a whole lot there, though. See if the draft can pull him in. Vibe and Hardcore and Zodiac have fallen back. Oh, let's go to Cartman. Is he going to get close enough to fight for it? It doesn't look like it. He's right on his tail. Oh, goes a little wide there. And then there's the penalty. Oh, no. You hate to see it. Maddie goes by. Cartman. Oh, last lap. Vibe and Hardcore go by. Oh, look at Cartman, though. Woo! Coming up the inside. Gonna make the move. Oh, he cut the corner there. It could be another penalty. Oh, the game let him get away with that one. Zodiac is in it. Toby's coming up to the final corner, so let's go back here for a moment. But then we're going to come back here to Andy, Starkey, Maddie. Looks like they're going to finish that way. Vibe's got a bit of a gap. Cartman got past Hardcore. Hardcore's fighting back. Zodiac is right there, but not going to be able to make anything stick. He's just going to train it out. Jay's in 11th. Followed by Davey and Lanky coming to the finish line. And that's how we're going to finish it, everybody. Woo. Weird part is, other than a couple places in the last lap, it really kind of spread out into a train on the last lap. Most of it, but man, for 17 laps, it was just wild. Look at those times. 102s, like, all across the boards. People are on it. Good to watch. Marty, I don't know why your message was retracted. Might be something to do with the settings we have. I'll have to take a look at it. Whew. The next one, you thought that was wild. The next one's gonna be carnage. Absolute carnage. We're going to Wildcrest. It's crazy, 19 laps there, and everyone finished within, like, what, about 15 seconds of each other. Yep, that sounds good. I can pull the mic down just a tad. Do that. We'll raise the game volume. Now, I don't want to turn it up too much right now because all you're getting is a bit of the background music from the game. Get pretty loud pretty quickly. Still figuring out these decibel settings with OBS. That was pretty fun to watch, though. Davey usually keeps things moving along pretty quickly, so I expect this shouldn't take too long. We'll see if they try to get 18 laps at Wildcrest. See if they try to get I'm surprised it's only 18. It's like a 35-second lap. 9-minute race. Wonder if he's got the laps correct. Yeah, I did just a tad there. One thing I got to be careful about is it might just be I need to move the mic a little farther away, or I can sit back. I might sit back a little bit. Yeah, I'll get it figured out. I think the only thing, like, I'm trying to get it so it doesn't look like I'm always looking down, but with my camera to put it into. Thanks. I kind of went. I wouldn't say I went nuts. I tried to keep things cheap, so it's not a super expensive mic, and this little pop filter was like a few bucks. But I did kind of go a little crazy. I got a computer that can handle stream. Got mic. Of course, you can't see it, but I got the green screen right here. I didn't like the software they had. And then, of course, once I got the green screen, I realized I had some lighting issues. It wasn't working. So now I'm trying to figure out the lighting on the cheap. It doesn't look like we're going to get Dragon Lord in. Crazy Racing, though. Definitely was some, definitely some, hurt feelings there. Definitely some aggressive driving. And Wildcrest is going to be... Wildcrest is a rough place to race. Oh, there it is, 25 laps. I mean, I did a super truck race there with Casual Racing Mondays. That was just... Or no, one time we did a meme race there with sticks in the rain at night. Hot seas. Good luck controlling your car in those conditions. But for this one, it looks like we're going to keep it dry and it's going to be hazy. Just give me a moment here. It looks like I muted the wrong thing, so you got to hear my typing. I tried to get this set up so it wouldn't go off when you heard the typing. It looks like we're getting started on Wildcrest, so we'll see how this goes. There's a bit of people are a little upset with each other, so we're gonna see how this plays out. Hopefully, keep the other driver's safety in mind. When you're going for a pass, you're responsible for the safety of the driver in front of you. That, you know, to get position and respect that he knows you're there. You go for an overly aggressive move, you may not realize you're there. And yeah, you could see there was definitely what we called a little bit of dive bombing there. I mean, the general rule of thumb for me is if you're going to dive bomb, you need to be able to dive bomb in front of the person and park it on the apex. That's going to kill your exit speed, but theoretically speaking, parking at apex gives them plenty of space to go around you if they have to. And they see you at that point. But if they're already turning into an apex, that's definitely a bad place to be going, because they're going to be turning into you, because that's where they're heading. Alright, looks like we're getting started. Ballistic Bacon joined the party. So Starkey's got a partner for these races. So we are now up to, looks like, 14 racers. It's going to be a crazy one. And not only did Ballistic Bacon join the party, he's on pole. Followed by Dan O'Neill, Hardcore, Toby, Lanky, Maddie, Cartman, Nathan, Jay, Vibe, Davey, Zodiaz, Andy, and Starkey. Yep. Alright. Here we go. Heading towards turn 1. We're already 3 wide. Ooh, bit of contact. This is a tight track. It's going to be hard to avoid contact here. And these bumps, you got to abuse them, but they will kill you. Absolutely kill you. Alrighty then, let's go. We got Dan O'Neill's in front, followed by, and my controller, there we go, followed by Toby. They've already took out a 1-second lead. Toby's tracking him down. Maddie on in 3rd, Vibe in 4th, Nathan in 5th, got Jay in 6th, Hardcore in 7th, Linky in 8th. Bacon's falling back to 9th. Zodiaz makes the pass, followed by Cartman, Andy in 12th, Davey in 13th, and Starkey in 14th. Got a lot of laps to go. We'll head up to the front. Man, look at Dano. He is just on it. He is pulling out a lead on Toby. Must have been practicing this one. Looks like he was ready for it. Ooh. Had a little slide and drift. Toby took a little smoother. Looked like it allowed him to catch up a little bit, but man, he's already got like a 2nd lead. Man, give it up to Dano. He came ready for this race. Now the interesting thing is this one, we're starting at dawn, so it's actually going to get brighter as this race goes. And don't count Toby out. Look, he's already starting to figure the track out and gaining ground. Maddie, Vibe, Nathan, Jay. Trying to go back here and see if there's any fighting going on. Looks like you got Andy and Dave. They going to work together to catch up? Or are they both going to go for the moves? Aiken and Starkey. I don't know what happened to Starkey. He must have spun out. Right now, this is the closest action. Toby's got the lead. Oh, something happened to Dano. We lose 3 or 4 seconds. I shouldn't have gone away. My apologies. Toby's got the lead, followed by Maddie. Vibe's right there, though. A little bit of a bumper touch. Backs out. Nathan and Dano. Nathan drives in cockpit, even though he's a controller player. Props. Cockpit isn't necessarily easy in this game. Oh, it looked like Jay moved up past Zodiaz. Oh, he murdered that curb. Here we go. He's gaining a bit of ground on Dano. He's about 1.1 seconds away. We'll see how that goes. We're going to fall back. You got Zodiaz, Hardcore, Cartman, Lanky. This is a ruthless track, it really is. Lanky's going for the move on Cartman. Oh, a bit of contact there. Oh, that curb about turned his car over. Ooh! Using the grass and the curb there. Hold on a second, I'm about to cough. I had to turn my mic off. You didn't want to hear that. Alright. Ballistic Bacon, Davey, and Andy. Still following each other. Lanky's right there. He's just acting the curves. Everyone's starting to attack the curves. Everyone was kind of staying away from the start. Now they're all getting a bit more aggressive with them. Toby's only 8 tenths away. Matty isn't letting him get away. Look at that. Vibe's right on his tail. And after that, you got a different group. Nathan's kind of in his own no man's land. Dano's established his own space. And then you got Jay and Zodi. Oh, Jay slids out. Zodi goes by. Hardcore's going to go for it. Backs out. Oh, no, no, no. Hate to see it. Absolutely murderous track. Zodiaz followed by Hardcore right on his tail. Looks like it's where most of the action is back here for 6th. We'll keep an eye on the front. You can see the relatives. But we'll go on board for a moment with Lanky and Cartman. We got Cartman behind Hardcore and Zodi. We'll see how this action plays out a bit. Oh! Hardcore is sliding all over the place. Cartman just couldn't find a way by. And there's Lanky. He ain't giving it up. I'm pretty much surprised how much they're avoiding. I didn't practice this track at all, so I have no idea how much you want to murder the curbs or not. I do know they can throw you into the air a lot. Zodi went wide, but he carries the speed through. Go back here to Lanky. He's catching up. Davey's right on his tail. We definitely have some action developing. Back here for 6th. Go back trackside. You can see a little bit more of the action. We'll stay here with Lanky for the moment. He's behind Cartman. And Hardcore and Zodi out in the lead. A bit of a train forming. It looks like that wide line carries the speed, but look at that. Lanky just kept the inside and was able to gain position. Starkey had to give him space. He was there. Nice move by Lanky. Oh, yeah. See, that's why you don't murder that curb that much. Look at that. All the way to the outside. Poor Lanky. He falls all the way back to 11th. He's got Jay now right on his tail. Let's go back to the front. We'll see how Toby's doing. He's developed a 1.3 second lead over Matty. You've got Vibe, Nathan, Dan O'Neill, Zodiaz. Zodiaz has gained a bit of a gap, so he's got some space to breathe. Hardcore, he's got Cartman catching up to him. Now that Cartman isn't fighting for position, he's starting to gain a little ground. And he's made the move to 9th. Followed by Davey and Jay. Let's stay on board with Cartman for now. Oh, never mind. Let's go back to Davey. Davey's making the move on Andy. Is he going to be able to make it stick? I mean, this track is crazy. It's almost hard to follow the action. Ooh! Okay, now we see why everybody's avoiding the curbs like crazy. Hey, they can, you get them right, they can benefit you. Get them wrong, everything goes really wrong. Cartman makes the move on Hardcore. But Hardcore makes a cutback. They're going to be heading into this little hairpin. Cartman gets out in front and blocks off the path. He's made the move and made it stick. Where does he go from here? Oh, Zodi goes wide. Cartman's right on his tail now. We'll stay with the action right here. Yeah, you can't even call out the turns in this one. Fast and furious. The way this track goes. Ooh, a bit of contact from behind, and oh my gosh. Well, that's a bit too aggressive by Hardcore. Push Cartman out of the way. That's gonna have to get reviewed. Cartman's right on Hardcore's tail. Zodi's has got a little bit of a gap. But now he's got Andy and Davey all over him. Not an envious place for Cartman. Keep following. Andy's going up the inside. 3 wide for a moment. Andy had the exit speed. Goes right by Hardcore as well. He's up to 7th. Andy's on a mission. Now he's coming up to his teammate in Zodiaz. He's the fastest mover there. Pretty aggressive. We'll stay on board and see how this plays out. Temperature's rising a good bit. People are starting to play a little rough with each other. We got Zodiaz, Andy, Hardcore. I believe that is Cartman and Davey. Toby's out in the lead. Got 1.5 second lead over Maddie. Followed by 1.4 seconds behind him is Vibe. And Nathan's fallen 10 seconds back. So you can tell the guys who practice this one. Let's stay on board with Dan O'Neill. He's right there on Nathan now. He's closed the gap. He was on fire at the start of this race, so you know he doesn't want to give it up. I'd like to get at least 4th back. They're a little far away for a podium, but you know he wants that position. We're on lap 18 of 25, by the way. Ooh, aggressive deep in. Slid it out. Saved it, but lost some time. It gives Nathan some breathing room. Nathan kept it smooth. You want to slide these cars a little bit to get around here, but yeah, not that much. OBS has got a little bit of breathing room to Andy. Hardcore's right on his tail. And you know Cartman wants back by. Ooh. Everyone's just destroying that curve now. Gotta find another adjective, right? Can't just use murder all the time. Stay on board of Cartman. Hardcore. He's got Cartman and Davey right on their tail. He ain't too far off of Zodiaz and Andy either. I'm getting a little bit of stutter here. That's neutral. Whew, he's right on Andy's tail. One's getting more aggressive with those curbs. They're starting to kind of figure it out. Let's see. Ready to get smoothed out a bit. Davey goes up the inside of Cartman. Cartman was on the inside, and they just fall right back in the train. Exit speed is paramount. Right back up here. Looks like Nathan's reestablished his lead over Dan O'Neill a bit. So Diaz has got breathing room, but Andy's catching up. He's the Benjamin on Andy's tail. Hardcore's up the inside. Oh, crap. Alright, everybody, I should be back now. Sorry I lost you there. I had to restart the stream. I hope everyone can see me now. Doesn't look like the stream is coming through quite right. Let me double check the channel. Oh. Yeah, okay, it's coming through okay. Yeah, okay, it's coming through okay. Okay, let's not do the echo thing. Back here. My preview for the live stream only shows me a corner of it, so I had to double check. It's alright, I can see all the action in OBS, so I don't need to. It looks like Cartman's gotten by Hardcore. Hardcore's fighting back. Got the space. Davies made his way to 8th. Sorry, we missed the action there. Davies right on Andy's tail. They've worked their way up the field. They ended up in the carnage at the back at the start. Looking to the front, it looks like everyone's still quite... Oh, Toby's finished the race. Maddie, Vibe, Nathan, Dan O'Neill. Zodiaz is coming to the line. Followed by Andy. He's right on his tail. But he's got the space. Doesn't look like Andy's going to be able to make a move to get there quite yet. We'll go back here to Davey. Cartman and Hardcore. And that's it. Wow. That. I did not mean to save the replay. Here it is going on. Yeah, I can't even... Okay, I have no idea what's going on now. The race should be over here in a moment, though. I have the replay, though. That was weird. And I'm back to the... I need an invite. Alright. We'll get back in there. We'll get back in. We'll get it loaded up. Some pretty crazy racing. And it's a real shame that I had those issues right at the end of the race. Definitely missed some action there. Back. Start it up. Might have to ping. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're back in. Looks like we lost some viewers with that disconnect I had. It's what it is. But we are back in. Next track is Rupuna Park. I am going to take a quick base break. And you guys don't want to see me smoke, so I need a smoke break. This has been rough. So I'm still here. I'm still here to chat. Now you're not terrible, Ballistic. You just found yourself racing the fastest guys in the game. That's all. This Davey really. Every one of these guys has done the GT3 series, but I don't think we've had quite this many of them, everyone in the same place all at once. You know, Maddie specifically, I've been trying to get Maddie in. He was a good friend from Grid for a while, so this is the first series that he's actually been able to race in with us. Yeah. No, you race these guys, you got to get some practice. One of the fun things we're doing for Season 4 in the GT3 series is... I did a poll, and I am not releasing the schedule of the races until literally the morning of. So what we're trying to do is limit the pressure guys feel like they have to practice all the time. But at the same time, it means going to be a lot of people coming into the races without knowing what they are or being practiced or prepared for them. So it's going to be interesting. See how it goes. 18 laps at Ruapuna Park, and this one's in the rain to thunderstorm. We're starting winter in the morning. This will be fun. Yeah, don't get disheartened. I found myself feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't believe when we started this out, we had a few of us that were really fast, but the guys that have been racing with us have gotten even faster. And then, we got some new people in that are just, Cartman and Starkey are both regulars in the Rivals leaderboard. So that's I was really glad they joined us. I mean, that's why I started the league, was to give a place for people to go to get competitive racing. I did not anticipate getting this many fast guys in the league, so it's been really a pleasure and a joy to watch and participate in. You can tell with these touring cars, the racing's really close. These guys getting a bit testy. We'll see how Ruapuna goes, because I can't remember. No, this is a park club. This isn't that really short one. That would have been disastrous. And this, oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna bring my webcam back up. There we go. Yeah, I gotta stop with the us, right? This is a lot of fun to watch. It really is, and I'm enjoying doing this. This is been a real pleasure. And did I? Oh, what the hell? Crap. I'm not supposed to be racing. Let me get out of the way. I'm gonna get out of the way. But I don't know if Davey can do a restart.
Mind out for the painted curbs in the wet. They'll be very slippery when it comes to traction.
That's a bit of a problem. I'm gonna try to get out of the way. I don't know if they're gonna do. Yep, it looks like we're gonna do a restart. I am not supposed to be in.
Forget about the start now. Keep pushing hard.
Hey, I got distracted talking to chat. Wasn't paying attention. I needed to get back in spectate mode. Racing is not what I wanted to do there, and I would have gotten in people's way. Some people have practiced for this, and they're kind of prepared. And it wouldn't have been fair to the drivers in the league for me to be in. So, oh yeah, they're definitely pretty narrow. Try this again. See if I can't don't screw this up this time. Why this time I'm going to put it in spectate right away. Oh my gosh. That's a failing on my part. I believe I did that. And here we go. They got everyone back in quick. Look at that. Ted Kravitz style. I'll have to look up Ted Kravitz. If I can get some of these guys to, do an interview after the races, that would be kind of cool. I have to figure out how to get it. A lot of these guys don't use Discord chat. That would be the easiest way for me to do that. But that is definitely something to keep in mind. You know, I did super trucks at Indy Oval in the snow in a blizzard into the night, and we're like, hey, wait a minute, these things don't have lights. that was something. I'll have to look them up. The doing some like post race interviews could be something pretty cool to do. Sadly, I can't really do that on Wednesdays. I have to go pick up my kids right after the fact. So here we are. Starkey's got the lead on the start. Cartman, Nathan, Maddie, Toby, Vibe. Let's see here. Let's go to Davey, Zodi, Hardcore, Andy, Lanky, Jay. Jay with his poor starting positions. Dan O'Neill and Ballistic Bacon. You're in chat, Bacon. Good luck. Good thing you're talking about Ted Kravitz, not Lenny Kravitz, or I'd have to disagree with you. He murdered American Woman. And here we go. Off to the races. Let's move back a little bit so we can see the action. I'll go on board here with Maddie. Just move up a little bit. Need to be able to see everybody. Maddie's in fourth. Nathan's on the inside. Looks like Starkey's trying to get away. Look at Nathan. He made the move. Moves up to second. Got Cartman and Vibe. Maddie's in fifth. Oh, got some people going wide. Who was that? They went wide. I think that was Vibe. Didn't get a penalty. You got lucky there. You go wide there last time, you get a penalty. Here we go into the hairpin. Instantly related. Now I'm doubting that. I don't even know who Ted Kravitz is, other than being an F1 or a sideline reporter. Alright, back to the action. You have Maddie following Vibe. He's right on Nathan's tail. Starkey's built up a bit of a gap. And Toby is in fifth, right on Maddie. Vibe goes for the move on Nathan. Toby goes the inside. Maddie's he's going to go right up the center. Is he going to be able to make this work? I always find the center a bad place to be. Oh, he gains the inside. Vibe slides through the corner. Holds the position. Maddie comes up the inside of him. Nathan's fallen back to fifth. Toby's gotten by. Ready. Starkey isn't getting away. They're out there, and Vibe's right on his tail. Look at that. Oh no, Toby got a penalty. Oh my gosh. And just look how much it falls all the way back to 8th, 9th. Penalties. They're murder. They're the absolute murder. Look at this train. Wild. You got Hardcores on Jay's tail. Followed by Zodiaz. Dan O'Neill's trying to go around the outside of Zodiaz. Doesn't make it stick. Zodi holds the position. Hardcore's still fighting through the final corner. Jay's got the position, but you know he might have the run down the straight. We'll stay here on board with Hardcore for a moment, following Jay into turn 1. I want to get back up to the front though, because those guys are fighting it, duking it out too. Oh, look at Jay slide through the corner. Hardcore's right on his tail. Oh my gosh, Dan O'Neill. Zodiaz, battle at. Zodi goes up the inside of Hardcore. Going into that little sweeper. All right, they all maintain position. We're going to go back up to the front. Vibe's gotten past Starkey. Look at that. Go, look at Vibe go. He's definitely got some pace here. He's holding the position. You got Starkey followed by Maddie, and it looks like no, Toby. Toby, then Maddie. Nathan right in his tail. We'll stay up here for a while because they're battling it out. Maddie just went up the inside of Starkey. Looks like he's going to make it stick. Starkey goes, Nathan gets past. Oh, Toby. Toby had a moment. Lost a little bit of space there. Vibe's trying to get away, but it isn't happening. We're going to follow him into turn 1. See how he takes it. A lot of people have been drifting through that corner, but not these guys. Look at that. Taking it nice and smooth and steady. Starkey went up the inside Nathan. It looks like it actually kind of cost him some ground. Now Toby's right on his tail. Toby tries to hang it around the outside. Is he going to make it stick? Looks like he's going to make it stick. Side by side into the hairpin. Toby caught a bit of dirt and snow. He's still holding. Side by side. And he makes it past. Look at that. So, following the action, you got Vibe, followed by Maddie within a third of a second. And then right here, you got Cartman, Nathan, and Toby. We're going to stay here for the moment. Oh, Starkey's fighting back. He's trying to go around the outside of Toby. Down the straight, he's got the run. Look at that. Looked like Toby let off the gas a little bit and is tucking in behind. I think he didn't want to fight his way through turn one. Trying to play it smart. Oh no! Oh, that is not good. It's going to cost Toby a ton of time and the people behind him. They all have to slow down to avoid nasty weather with the rain and the snow. We're going to move back. Oh, that was Davey. I'm sorry. I thought that was Toby. I got confused. My apology. Toby's right on Nathan's tail. Looks like Vibes build up a bit of a lead. We'll stay on board here. Go to Nathan. He's right in the middle with Toby on his tail, and he's on Maddie's tail. Or it's Cartman's tail. Maddie's in second. I'll get the name straight here. At some point. At some point I'll get it straight. Nathan's trying to fend off Toby. Toby's staying right there. He was looking like he might go up the inside. I think he backed off a little bit. And nope, he backed out of it. Nathan didn't get a good run out of there. Toby's going to have the run up to this little sweeping left-hander. This is a tough corner to take in the dry, much less in the snow and the rain. Or the rain in the snow. Toby makes a pass, makes a stick, gets past Nathan into the hairpin. And here we go. So it looks like we're going to settle out into a bit of a train. Nathan's trying to fight back. He ain't letting him get away. We're going to just follow the action here for a moment. Running out of words. Turn one in this is very awkward, and you have to take a really strange line into it. Not the typical just sit on the outside corner and cut it close. It's really awkward. So we're gonna. Looks like they got a bit of a train to first to fifth. Everyone's within about 3. Nathan's falling back, so you got the first 4 within 3 seconds. We're going to step back and see how the rest of the crowd is doing. You got Davey and Hardcore. Oh, Toby made the move on Cartman. Into the hairpin. Now they're through the chicane. Made a stick. Now he's going to be hunting down Vibe and Maddie. You want to go back here. It looks like you got Andy and Dan O'Neill fighting it out. We're going to follow them for a little bit. Yeah, this action is playing out. Is everyone just kind of staying in a train following each other? Or looks like we got Jay back here, or Starkey going for a move on Lanky. Moves up to 12th. And falling back here, you got Lanky and Ballistic Bacon. We're going to come back up here to Jay and Starkey. And yeah, it looks like we're settling back out. I'm going to move up to the front because you know Toby going to be closing the gap to Maddie. See how this plays out. We'll watch long into the hairpin, into the short chicanes. Toby's been just flying through here. Don't count Maddie's defense out. He knows how to position himself to avoid being overtaken. And it's difficult to pass on this track. Really, what Toby's going to be looking for, he's going to be looking for a mistake. Because if he gets too aggressive, he's got Cartman riding his tail, and you know Cartman will go for the move. Looks like the racing's been staying really clean. People are being pretty respectful. Out in the turn one. Oh man, look at that. Maddie's caught up to Vibe. Vibe has a moment. Loses the rear end a bit. Maddie, I didn't quite get the run on him though. Vibe held the spot into the sweeper heading towards the hairpin. And they're gonna follow in a single file through the hairpin. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Maddie and Toby. No harm, no foul. Vibe goes wide. Maddie goes right on by him. Toby's gonna... Oh, Toby goes out and catches some grass. Was that lag or he just trying to gain control? And Cartman was trying to stick his nose up the inside. Vibe's suddenly struggling. It must be having some issues with the rain and the... imagine that water's turning to ice is probably the problem. Toby gets by him on the straight. He had the run. Sliding into turn one. Vibe's on his tail. Now we got Maddie followed by Toby, Vibe in third, and Cartman in fourth. We'll go back here to Vibe. Keep an eye. Oh, okay, that's a bit of lag. We're definitely getting some lag issues here. It looked like Toby went way off the track, and we know that didn't happen. Not with the way he slid back on. It's tight. It's tight. We're not getting away. Vibe looks like he's playing it smart. He's going to get in behind Toby and try to follow Toby's tail right back up to Maddie. They're all within the draft, so I mean, if they can stay close to Maddie heading down the straight, those gaps are going to close a little bit. You can already see that kind of playing out as they head into turn one. Oh, there's the thunder. And here it's starting. Wild stuff. I wonder if we actually get to see some of that thunder. We are in a lap 11 of 18. Hope he's caught back up to Maddie. But like I said, Vibe's right there. So he's got to be careful. He goes for an aggressive move on Maddie. Vibe can take advantage. This might just come down to who makes a mistake. Well, if Vibe starts fighting him, though, Maddie's going to get away again. Hear that thunder? Oh, you can see the flashing, too. Here, let's go on board. Maybe we'll actually get a... It's pretty cool when you're actually... Oh, Cartman goes up the inside of Vibe. Looks like he's going to make it stick. Down the straight. Oh, bit of bumping down the straight. Vibe going to be able to fight back on the outside. That's going to be tough going into turn one to do that. Looks like he's going to... No, he's not tucking in. He's trying to hold it. Caught a bit of the snow, and Cartman secures position. Now we've got Maddie, Toby, Cartman, and then Vibe. Let's see if we can go on board. Maybe get a bit of that boarded vibe as he follows Cartman through. Flashing. Sometimes you can actually see the lightning strikes. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure if we're going to see that here, though. We'll let him... We'll follow it around. If they're turning different directions, maybe we'll get a good view of it. I'm trying to stick the outside. He's coming back for the apex to try to get the run down the straight, but he was too slow getting to it. Cartman's already accelerating. We're going to move up to Cartman. He tries to close the gap to Toby and Maddie. But Maddie's doing his darndest to hold off. He's got 5 laps to hold off Toby. That's a bit of a... That's going to be a challenge. They've created a gap to them in Cartman, so they're out of the draft. They can't rely on that to help them catch back up. I'm going to come back here to Davey in hardcore. Dodie, Dano, Andy's in 10th. Jay's in 11th. Linky in 12th. Starkey in 13th. Oh, he paid the price for that spin out. Looks like he's going to at least try to get back another position. He goes up the inside into the hairpin on Linky. And as we head through... Ooh, there you go. Look at that. That's pretty. Fighting it out. Trying to make up some ground. That's pretty cool. We're in the backtrack side. You can see the action. Hello, Starkey gets the run down the straight. Gets by Jay. Now up into 11th. And he's not far behind, a couple seconds behind Andy, though. He's got some ground to make up if he wants to gain any more. I'm going to come back up here for the lead, though. Maddie's trying to hold off Toby. Listen to that thunder. It's kind of cool. You know, the interesting thing about this game, Maddie's been up front, right? And you can see, like, the spray on Toby's car from the rain and snow and the sleet building on his windshield. It makes me curious. Let's go check. Yeah, look how clear Maddie's windshield is. Most of these guys are probably using chase cam view, but man, cockpit would have been nasty. This if you aren't in the lead. If we go back here to Toby, it doesn't have quite the visibility. Follow on board though here in cockpit view. But let's see how this kind of plays out. Definitely Toby and Maddie are a study in kind of different styles of driving. Toby is super precise, and Maddie is too, but Toby just keeps things super smooth and maximizes every corner, whereas Maddie tends to like to, I wouldn't call it drifted, but he really kind of slides the rear end out a lot more. He amazingly, like on grid and on this game, he just about as fast doing it his way. He's really got that kind of down. Let's go to chase cam. You can see a little better. Ooh, Toby goes a little wide. Loses ground to Maddie. That's not good. It gives Maddie some breathing space. And allows Cartman back into the fight. And that's not good news, but you know, Cartman's still fighting Vibe, so Vibe goes for the move on the inside into the hairpin. Heading into the chicane, he's gonna be able to hold it. Side by side. They're losing a lot of ground to the leaders, but oh, Cartman just swung the front end around. What a move to fight it back. I had to turn off my mic there. Well, all this talking, my voice is going to go hoarse and I'll lose it. Time I go pick up my kids and be like, I'm not going to be able to talk to them. It's a lot of fun, though. Cartman, he's gained a bad space. Gained some space from Vibe, but you can see that battle through the hairpin and the chicane really lost them some time to Maddie and Toby. He had a chance to get back into that fight for second and first, and now those guys are out in the race of their own. Stay on board with them. We're in the penultimate lap. Got Maddie. Oh, it looks like into the hairpin. Toby's starting to get a little more aggressive. He wants that lead. Maddie doesn't want to give it up. We're going to stay on board for this because this is going to come down to the wire. He's putting the pressure on Maddie. One little slip up from Maddie and Toby can stick his nose there and get by. Heading down the final straight. All comes down to exit speed if you can get close enough to use the draft. Even chase cam, that spray can make things a little difficult to see. Yeah, this plays out. Going into turn one, Maddie goes defensive just enough to not give Toby the space to kind of come up this inside. But Toby gets the better exit. Maddie's able to just kind of pull in front. He just had just enough space. This is going to get testy going to the end. Wait, Toby faked the inside. See if he could get Maddie off. And Maddie, unflappable. Going through the chicane one last time. Maddie plays it safe. He stayed away from the curbs. And we're going to go into the final corner. No, that's not the final corner. We're going towards the final corner, though. Toby's trying to get his nose in there. Yeah, Maddie had the outside line. It's going to carry a little bit more speed down the straight. So coming to the finish, it's going to be Maddie followed by Toby. Maddie takes the win, followed by Toby. Hartman, Vibe, finishes 4th. Nathan finishes 5th. Davey comes up and finishes 6th, followed by Hardcore. Zodiaz has got and Andy are fighting it out for 8th. We're going to go on board here and follow this for a bit. Going to the final corner. Nope, Andy doesn't get the run. So we got Andy in 9th, Starkey in 10th, Dan O'Neill in 11th, followed by Jay in 12th, Lanky in 13th, hanging in there. And Ballistic, not far behind, finishes right behind him. Look at that, Ballistic. Just a bit of practice. You're not too far off. Ballistic's actually here in chat with us, so maybe we'll get his feelings after that race. Look at that. 0.2 of a second between first and second. Third and fourth, only a couple seconds behind. Track to be consistent on those kinds of conditions, though. And props to these guys for hanging it out. All right. We got one more race to go. And I believe that was... Check here real quick. Hockenheim National. Check the weather report. And the weather report says... Clear, but the track is starting puddled. It's going to be in the summer, starting in the morning with 20 times speed. So... Mostly going to be a daytime in the clear, but still fighting the puddles if the track is starting out that way. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. Gonna check like series chat is a bit quiet. Been some pretty good stuff. It's been good fun to watch. I do like how if I set the live stream up ahead of time, if I lose it, I can just go right back into it. So this has been pretty. This is the second time that's happened to me where I've lost the live stream and had to come back into it. Definitely learning. I am not racing Sunday. I am commentating Sunday. That is the thing for Season 4. That's why I've been doing this and practicing it. Really wanted to give guys a good chance to, get seen. Get out there and get seen. I'm going to be... I post a link under league. Maddie wrote one Ruapuna. The Maddie won Ruapuna, followed by Toby. And on Sunday, I am commentating this season. I will be doing some live streaming of races. I do plan Davey starting up some endurance racing on Project Cars 2. I might do some live streaming of racing with CRM with PJ, Casual Racing Mondays. And, I'll be still doing some racing here and there, but I'm stepping back from it. I'm working. I'm actually going to be using the video creation and live streaming tools I'm learning here. I'm hoping to actually use that in other areas of my life, not just for the game. I'm not going to go into that here, but it's like, oh wow, I'm developing these skills. I can use them in more ways. So, but also like it's just really cool. You know, we tried to get. I think it was one of the group of gamers out or commentators out there, and it just didn't work out. And it's like, you know what, we can do this, and that's what we're doing. So I decided to run with it. All right, we are starting here at Hockenheim, and Hardcore is on pole, followed by Starkey, Zodiaz, Ballistic Bacon, Jay, Dan O'Neill, Toby, Vibe, Cartman, Nathan, Andy, Lanky, Davey, and Maddie starting 14th. We're going to come back up here where we can kind of get a view of the start. See if it lets us see first here. I might have to. But we'll start with Hardcore and see what happens at the start of this race. And we're off. Heading towards turn 1. Being on the outside in turn 1 can be that curb out there can be brutal. So Hardcore cuts it in. He's right out there in the curb. He hangs it, holds on to it. Starkey's right on his tail, followed by Ballistic Bacon, and behind him you got Jay and Zodiaz. So into turn 2, Starkey sticks it up the middle, but the outside line is the faster line. Looks like it looks like Bacon lost a few positions there. We got Jay's in third. Been a bit of a rough stretch for Jay. We'll stay on board with him here for a bit. I'm gonna have to come up with a name for that corner. Jay takes the outside line. It's a faster line. It's like Zodiaz was trying to see if he could sneak up the middle. Ooh, Jay goes wide into the hairpin. Do the series of X's and onto the back straight, and looks like one lap is in the books. Or not quite in the books. Here we go. I'm getting confused here. Yeah, I can't see the track map. I think I was thinking of maybe the wrong track. Yeah, Stadium. I thought it was just Stadium. I lost track of. We got Jay in 5th. It looks like Zodiaz managed to get by. Toby's in 3rd. Hardcore's in 2nd. And Starkey going for the move in Hardcore into turn 1. Slides out over the curbs. Hardcore maintains the inside. Those curbs really throw you off, so Hardcore's able to get back out in front. It's allowing Toby to track him down, though. You can see Zodi back there in 4th. And 5th is Dan O'Neill, and he's gotten by Jay. And then Vibes right on their tail. Fighting off Andy on the inside. Tucks in right behind Jay. Ooh, let's not leave. Let's not screw this up. A little bit of contact. Maybe he sticks it up the inside. Dan O'Neill gets past Jay. And into the little hairpin. In the sweeper. Okay, I'm clear on where we're at now. For some reason I thought this was the small track of Hockenheim. It's just the one with the short straight, not the long straight. Vibe gets past Dan O'Neill. Goes up in the 5th. Zodiaz still holding down 4th. He's right on Toby's tail. Starkey's holding on to the lead. You know Starkey wants some redemption here. He had a couple bad, rough races. He'd like to really hold on here. So we'll stay on board with him for a little while. See if he can hold off Hardcore and Toby. It's gonna be about consistency. Can be pretty tough here. The draft on the short straight is I call it the short straight compared to Hockenheim GP. But it'll definitely let people catch up a little bit. And you can see that's what Hardcore was doing. He goes up the inside, which will be the outside for the hairpin. Double turn hairpin. Toby, though, yeah, he falls in behind Hardcore. I thought he might try to follow Starkey through on the inside. Kind of surprised me he backed out of that. You can see Vibe in the back, trying to go past Zodi. Through the hairpin we go. Starkey's holding them off. You got the right-handed sweeper heading towards the stadium. And, ooh, taking full advantage of the track width right there. 2 wheels on the curb. The only reason he can get a penalty. This corner, this kind of hairpin there is really fun. That banking, if you catch the inside, it just swings you around it on its own. A lot of fun. Starkey was a bit defensive. You could see Hardcore was possibly looking for a move to the inside, and Starkey had him cut off. Hope he goes wide. You can tell the way he's backing out. If you back out in this game when you go wide, yeah, you can avoid the penalty if you just lift the gas a bit. And you can see with the way Toby fell back a bit there, that's probably what he did. But with Hardcore and Starkey fighting, allows him right back in it. We are bumper to bumper. I mean, I might as well just stay up the lead. You can see the whole field from first place. Starkey's going down the short straight. Is Hardcore going to stay on the outside, or is he going to go for the move on the inside? Starkey goes a little defensive. Hardcore goes in. It looks like Hardcore is just trying to be defensive against Toby, not give him a line to get by. Heading towards the hairpin. Starkey's a little wide. Allows Hardcore to get up beside him. Going into the sweeper. Hardcore's going for the cutback. What a move. Hardcore goes for the cutback and gets it. Starkey stayed narrow, thinking that Hardcore was going to go up the inside, and he didn't. Excellent move. Hardcore's out in the lead, heading to the stadium hairpin. Wings it around. He's got it locked down. At least for right now, Hardcore's got the lead. Vibe's catching up to him, though. This is about to go from a 3-way battle into a 4-way battle. Mobile 1. Got it. Hey, Matt, you can coach me. All right, through turn 1, Starkey goes a little wide. Oh, no. Look at Starkey goes all the way from 2nd back to 7th, 8th. Oh, terrible. Just personal opinion, I really wish they would fix that. He went wide and lost time. They still gave him a penalty. That gives Hardcore a little bit of breathing space. He's got a half-second lead on Toby. Vibe's right on his tail. Here, we're going to stay on board with Vibe. You can see the lead and everyone behind. He's got Andy right on his tail. He's made his way past Zodiaz. Like Andy's going to just try and stay on his bumper. You can see Toby's hunting down Hardcore. Parabolica, that's Monza. 2, 3, and 4 have no name. Parabolica with a K? I don't know, I have a hard time calling it Parabolica. I'm so used to thinking of Monza. Oh, Toby, Hardcore goes wide through Mobile 1, and Toby makes the move. Toby out into the lead. Hardcore, Vibes in 3rd. Followed by Andy and Zodiaz and Jay in 6th. Now the question is, are they going to start fighting and let Toby get away, or are they all going to try and work together and get back up to him? They can use the draft to their advantage, kind of close that gap, but it's tough because Toby can gain a tenth or two on you in the corners if you make the slightest mistake. Looks like they're going to fight it out. Andy kind of stuck his nose up the inside of Vibe, had to back out of it. You got Toby, Hardcore in his draft, followed by Vibe and Andy, and then Zodiaz and Jay, and Davies in 7th. So we're going to move back here, see Jay's working his way back up. You got Cartman followed by Maddie. Maddie started last this race, so you can see he's trying to work his way up the field. He's got Nathan on his tail while he's trying to work his way past Cartman. Look at that, just sits right on his bumper. I bet if I could replay that, he wouldn't even have touched him. We'll keep that. You know, they gotta be careful. I believe they're teammates, right? Mercedes was at hairpin, huh? Okay, so they're heading into Mobile 1. See if I get this right. Oh, Cartman makes a move on Maddie. Dave fell back for a moment. Davey caught up to him. Go on board here with Davey. He's got Cartman right on his tail and Maddie behind him, and he's trying to chase down Jay. They're losing ground to the front runners. We'll see how this plays out. Down through turn 1, heading to turn 2. And everyone's kind of straightened out into a bit of a train. And kind of go back, you got Lanky in 14th, Ballistic Bacon in 13th, Dan O'Neill in 12th, Darky in 11th, Nathan in 10th, Maddie's in 9th, Cartman in 8th, Davies in 7th, Jay's in 6th, Diaz in 5th. No, it's good. I don't know the names. Oh, look at this. Andy, or Hardcore. Hardcore and Vibe are fighting it out. Looks like Vibe's going for the move around the outside. Heading into... Okay, which corner are we in? Okay, now we're heading into the stadium, and now we're heading towards Mobile 1. Vibe going to be able to hold the inside line. Andy's going to follow with Hardcore through the outside. Get much more exit speed that way. Hardcore gets away, and now Vibe is fighting for his life with Andy. Andy makes the move, gets in the stick. Going through the final corner. Is it Mobile 1 Stadium, or... Yeah, it's all stadium. Mobile 1 is the hairpin in stadium, right? Alright, Andy's moved his way up into third. Got Toby, got a bit of a gap. Andy's going for the move in Hardcore. Andy on the inside. Vibe tries to follow him through. Vibe gave him just enough space. Forced him over the curbs, basically, and allowed him to hold the position. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of a sore throat. Andy up the inside into Parabolica. That's right, Parabolica, right? Andy's looks like he's gonna make the move stick. Vibe had to back out. Wondering if Vibe got one of those little slowdown penalties. Andy made it really narrow for Hardcore as he tries to fight back, but heading into the sweeper. Okay, this is Mobile 1. Got it. And then Mercedes here. And what's the hairpin then? No, Mercedes is the hairpin. Got Toby out in the lead. He's got a 2.7 second lead. We're on lap 8. Okay. Alright, I'm confused, man. I'll have to look it up. Just call it a hairpin. We got Andy in second, Hardcore in third, Vibe in fourth, Zodiaz in fifth. Jay trying to fight off Davey. Davey's going for the move on the inside of Jay. Heading towards, I believe, turn 1. Jay makes a stick. Or Davey makes a stick. Oh, that is not turn 1. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oof. Just call them no names. Addy's up to 8. Looking to get by Jay. Keep an eye on the leaders. See how that's playing out. Vibe, it looks like he made the move. Vibe's made the move into third. Hardcore's in fourth. Now he's got to fight off Zodiaz and Davey, who are coming on strong. We'll go back here because Maddie is right on Jay's tail. We'll see if he can make move stick out here in the stadium, right? Everyone's staying pretty much well in a train. It's difficult to get a move done here, especially with how evenly these cars are. And the thing to remember, even though it's clear, they did start with a puddled track, so it's probably still a bit damp. See the water sprays popping up. We're going to move up here to Davey because it looks like he's going for the move on Zodiaz. Davey up the inside. Going to make it stick. Zodiaz will have the inside coming through the sweeper down the short straight. Starting to go to the evening. It's Davey. Looks like he's going to make it. Pulls in front. Is Zodi threatening the inside? Davey cuts it in tight. Gonna make it stick. Zodiaz goes wide. Neither Jay nor Cartman, though, can make anything of it. Vibes not letting Andy get away. He's only about 0.3 of a second back. 2 to 0.3 back. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Hardcore's got a little bit of space to himself. And Davey and Zodiaz. Jay's having to fight off Maddie. Maddie's going for it. Let's go on board with Maddie. It happens, Bacon. Follow on board with Maddie here a little bit as he's trying to find a place where he can get by. Doesn't seem to be working out for him though. He's doing a good job of defending. Just can't get the run on him. Here, Davey's starting to get close to Hardcore. Not too far back. Got about 0.3 between Andy and Vibe, so we're gonna go here to Davey. He seems to be closing the gap pretty well to Hardcore. Look at Davey. He's going to make it cut the grass a little bit, taking it full advantage with track limits of the game. Oh, Hardcore goes a bit wide. Davey's going to fly around the outside. Hardcore had to give him the space. He was stuck on the curbs. Davey makes a move, and now Davey's up in the fourth. They got 6 laps to go, so this could get interesting if Davey catches up to Vibe and Andy. And Vibe's falling back a little bit, though, from Andy. Andy's really pushing it. Go back trackside. See what we can see. Go up to Toby. He's got a 4-second lead as he comes down the front stretch, heading towards turn 1. Good precision. But outside, right over the corner. Just a little bit of that curve so it doesn't throw you off. Down the straight. Look at him. Just enough of the curb as he can turn in. You can kind of murder that curb there a bit. Just touches the curb there as he slings along the outside. Straightens it out down the short straight. Heading to Parabolica. Just absolute precision. Double apex. Right on both corners. Straightens it out, gets ready for the hairpin. Look at that. He probably missed the sausage curve by like a millimeter. Taking full advantage of it. Now this is Mobile 1, right? Or that was Mobile 1. Out in the stadium, runs a little wide. You saw the car get a little loose. Recovers nicely. Holds it tight into the apex, lets the banking swing him around. Heads in through the little chicane, cuts over the AstroTurf on the green. Apex to the curb on the outside, cuts over. There's a little bit of AstroTurf there. Runs wide onto the curbing down the front straight. Gonna head back to Andy. He's got a 5.5 second lead over Vibe. And behind him, it looks like they've both pulled a gap to Davey. Starting to spread out here a bit. Hardcore's in 5th. Zodiaz is in 6th. We'll stay on board here because you got Cartman right on Zodiaz, followed by Jay and Nathan. Looks like this is where the action is to watch. Nathan's going up the inside of Jay and backs out of it. Jay's right on Cartman. Looks like, ooh, Maddie. Is that Maddie? Maddie goes up the center. Cartman's in 7th. Jay in 8th. Maddie's going for the move on the inside into Parabolica. Gonna be able to make it stick. And yes, he is. And Starkey's going to slip up the inside and pass Nathan and Jay. Jay fights back into the hairpin. But Starkey isn't giving up the position. Here they come into Mobile 1. Sweeping around. Jay's going to try and carry the speed side by side. And into the stadium we go. And Starkey closes the door. Goes defensive. Into the hairpin. A little wide there. But Jay was fighting Nathan off. So he had to... Didn't have to worry about it. So now you got Starkey in 9th. Maddie's in 8th, trying to get past Cartman. Cartman's going for the move on Zodiaz. Trying to take over 7th. You got Cartman up the inside of Zodiaz. And you've got Maddie on the outside. Going into turn 1. Just enough space. Zodiaz holds the outside edge without getting too much on the curb. That really allows him to kind of maintain the position. Now we're... Where did Starkey come from? Look at that. Out of nowhere. Passes all 3 of them as they were fighting. He had to run. What a move. Immediately goes from 9th to 6th. Wow. Now he's got to fight him off, though. Going into Parabolica. Looks like Maddie's gained the inside of Cartman. Nope, that's not Maddie. It's Cartman gained the inside. Followed by Maddie. Zodiaz is fighting back. He's trying to get back at least one of those positions. It's giving Starkey a little bit of breathing room. He's got 6/10. Look at the recovery run from Starkey. Wow. We just got 3 laps here. If he's going that fast, he could possibly catch Hardcore. Davey ain't too far in front of him. Look at him go. Keep an eye on that. We're going to come back here to Cartman and Maddie because they're fighting it out with Zodi trying to get his spots back. Oh, that was amazing. Amazing move. 3 spots in 1. That goes to show you what fighting can do. Oh, no. Jay has a moment. Jay has a moment. Falls back to 12th. Dan O'Neill's in 11th. Nathan gets by. Both Nathan and Dan O'Neill got by. Zodiaz got past Maddie. He's fighting back. He's up into 8th, and Cartman's in 7th. And it looks like Starkey might have a little bit of a mistake up there. Because Hardcore's pushed his lead to 3.5 seconds. Up at the front, Toby's out, 6 seconds in the lead. Andy and Vibe, not much has changed. Still about... Oh, Andy has a moment. Oh, Vibe caught the wall. He was within 0.2 of a second of Andy. And that wall lets Andy not have to pay for that mistake. He's still within the draft, so we'll keep an eye on that. Got Davey and Hardcore at 9 and 10 seconds. And it looks like Starkey isn't gaining enough ground. He's not gaining enough per lap to get back into that fight. So we'll keep an eye on Andy and Vibe. We're going to come back here to Maddie, who got by Cartman. Oh, wow. Zodiaz is back to 9th. He's got Nathan right on his tail. Out in front of him is Cartman. Maddie's gained a bit of space. He finally got by. Now that he's got space. See how that goes. He's within 9/10 of Starkey. He might get up to Starkey and make a fight of that. Keep an eye on the action here. You got Cartman followed by Zodiaz and Nathan. Probably the best racing on the track right now. We'll stay on board with Cartman. Keep looking at names. Wait. Oh yeah, Maddie's out in front. Cartman, followed by Zodiac, followed by Nathan, followed by Dan O'Neill. Ha! It did look like he had curves, but he just went flying by everybody. That was crazy. Keep an eye out. Cartman ain't letting Maddie get away. It get interesting. What happened to Vibe? Vibe had a moment. Davy's up in the third. And Vibe's gonna have to fight back if he wants a podium position. You got Davey, followed by Vibe, followed by Hardcore. Starkey hasn't gained any ground, so it looks like going in the penultimate lap. That you got Starkey in 6. Can he keep his distance? Because Maddie's chasing him down. Oh, and Matt, who's that in the background? Looks like Cartman has a moment. Allows Zodiaz to get right back on top of him. Jay's trying to fight back. I feel like a chipmunk here, going back and forth. We're going to come back up here to Maddie, because Maddie's gained up. We're going into the last lap. Got Maddie following Starkey. We'll try to keep an eye on that. See what's happening in front. You got Andy, Davey, Vibe, Hardcore have kind of settled into their positions. But Maddie is lost a little bit of distance. How the heck are you chatting while racing, man? You got like 3 arms? Maddie's not giving it up. I'm going to go out here to Toby, see how far we are, because he's getting close to the stadium. That's going to be to close out this race. Just came out of Mobile 1, heading into the stadium. Got a 7-second lead over Andy. Followed by Davey. Vibe's trying to fight back. Let's stay on board with this for the moment, because we're going in the stadium. Vibe's right on his tail. Is he going to go for the move? Imagine he's going to try and get the run, maybe make the turn, move into the hairpin. Is he going to go outside? He's going outside. Oh, he's cutting back the inside. Davey went a little deep. Oh, he didn't have the exit speed. Tucks right in behind. Into the final couple corners. Can he make a move? Nope. That's the way it's going to finish. We got Toby, Andy, Davey, Vibe, Hardcore. Starkey's got Maddie right on his tail, heading to the final quarter. Maddie goes wide, side by side, down to the finish line. How's this going to end up? And it looks like Starkey holds on. Starkey holds off Maddie, followed by Cartman. Zodiaz comes in 9th. Nathan's crossed the line in 10th. Dan O'Neill in 11th. Jay in 12th. Lanky in 13th. And Ballistic Bacon is entering stadium. Got it, buddy. Hey, thanks for participating, though. I mean, played it safe, didn't race safely, and that's the name of the game. And like I said, these guys have been practicing. These guys live on Discord. Let me tell you, they're there all the time. Wow, what a finish! Review the standings. Toby takes the lead. Win with Andy, Davey, Vibe, Hardcore, Starkey. That was a heck of a fight back from Starkey. From going to second, like almost back to like 10th or 11th position, like 12th position. The fight back to 6th was a heck of a run. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I give credit to anybody who races. It's humbling racing these guys, because they are lightning fast. All of them. You must, man. You must have 3 arms. Crazy racing. That was a heck of a finish. It got a little train-like in the middle, but they definitely made up for it at the end. Great racing, guys. This has been fun. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Anybody who watches replay, I hope you enjoyed it. If you are interested in SLR, I will add the Discord link to the below in the description. If you're on Discord, feel free to message me, SLR Kalos, or one of the other officers. SLR Davey 5413. You've got SLR Andy, Zodiaz, and SLR J. So I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. I'm afraid I'm going to need to sign off. I have to get ready to go get my kids. This has been a good time. I need a glass of water. I do. You know, next time I'm going to have to keep the water with me. I was not prepared. You guys have a good one. Signing off.